We're going to turn now to that royal crisis. Emergency summit has been called by the Queen. Prince Charles, William and Harry all going to attend. They're going to head to Sandringham to meet with her this morning. Meghan will join by phone. James Longman is there with all the latest. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, George. This is it, the Sandringham Summit, some people are calling it. The first time Harry will meet face-to-face with the Queen since his and Meghan's decision to step back as senior royals. Charles and William will also be here. It's thought Meghan is going to call in from Canada. We could be seeing a redefinition of what it means to be royal.
This morning, an unprecedented royal summit. The Queen calling an emergency family meeting with Prince Charles, William and Harry behind closed doors here at the Queen's private home in Sandringham to talk about next steps after Harry's bombshell announcement that he and his wife Meghan will be stepping back from their duties as senior royals. Meghan, who flew back to Canada on Friday to be with 8-month-old Archie, is believed to be joining them by phone.
This is the first time that all four have come together in the same room. People say that Harry's torn. For him, the most important thing is his family. For the couple, it's just about preserving their mental health, remaining happy and being able to work in an environment that suits them best.
It's thought the royal meeting will cover everything from Harry and Meghan's titles to security and any financial deals the couple is likely to make in order to become financially independent.
In terms of earning money, they'll be looking at the Obamas and how their life was for financial independence when they moved out of the White House through clever speaking engagements and maybe even a book. And that's how Harry and Meghan plan to make their money moving forward.
British paper The Sunday Times claims that William has reached out to a friend about his state of mind. The future king allegedly saying, "I've put my arm around my brother all our lives and I can't do that anymore. I'm sad about that." Rumours of unrest between the brothers have swirled for months. Harry opening up about reports of a rift to ITV's Tom Bradby in a documentary, Harry and Meghan, An African Journey, last October.
How much of that is true? Stuff happens, but look, we're brothers, we'll always be brothers.
Meghan also opening up to Bradby about struggling when she joined the family.
It's not enough to just survive something, right? Like, that's not the point of life. You've got to thrive, you've got to feel happy, and I think I really tried to adopt this British sensibility of a stiff upper lip.
It has its advantages, I guess.
I really tried, but I think that what that does internally is probably really damaging.
Bradby now looking back at that interview.
Around the time of that documentary, some of the angst and the anger in the background, I was genuinely shocked that it had got that bad. My best guess is they wanted that, I think, to be a bit of a pressure release valve. I think they wanted it as an indication of if they ever made the announcement, which we've now seen, that there would be some preparing the ground.
Do you think at that point that 2 months down the line, you know, at the turn of the year, Harry and Meghan will be announcing that they want, pretty much that they want out?
Yeah, I did think that.
And Tom Bradby had also said that he has a sense of what the couple would say if they were in an interview about this situation, that he said, quote, "It wouldn't be pretty." But William and Harry are at least finding some common ground this morning. In a joint statement, they've disputed allegations from a British newspaper which is reporting that Harry is leaving the royal family because he was being bullied by William. They've said that this language is inflammatory and it is offensive and potentially harmful. George?
Okay, James, thanks. Let's talk to the royal news editor for ITV, Chris Shipp. He joins us now. And Chris, this word summit conjures up the notion of negotiations. Is this a negotiation, and who's got the leverage?
Well, you know, where do you start with this story, George? What I know is that there'll be some sort of paper, a document, call it what you will, that's been prepared at pace over the weekend. The Queen's courtiers have been working throughout the weekend at Buckingham Palace so that they can present the paper to them here today. But, you know, it's not going to be just one sheet of paper. There's going to be quite a few different options in there because this has never been done before. It's without precedent. No one's been half in and half out of the royal family. No one's done it from anywhere as far away as Canada. But, you know, Meghan's going to have her say in this whole thing. She's going to be Skyping or WhatsApping into the meeting. And we get some sense at the end of the day about what they have talked about. I think we'll get some conclusions probably tomorrow, and that's quite quick. This is the royal family we're talking about here. That's quite quick.
That would be very fast. How much of this just comes down to money? How much they're going to get from the government and the Queen's estate, and how much they can earn outside?
I think there's a lot of it down to money because there's a difficulty. If Harry's not living in the UK all the time, then, you know, where does he pay his tax? Does he pay it here? Does he pay it in Canada? I mean, there's a lot of things to discuss here. I think what's important to clarify is that Harry and Meghan have said they want to be financially independent. So how do they earn that money? Well, look, they can earn it pretty easily. Brand Sussex is huge. They could make commercial deals. I'm sure there are corporate companies all over America and Canada thinking about how they could work with the Sussexes going forward right now. But a lot of their money, most of their money, comes from Harry's father, Prince Charles, through a private estate known as the Duchy of Cornwall. It's private money. We don't get to know how much he gives them every year, and I think that's going to be the centre of a lot of the negotiations, how much money they're still going to be getting from Dad.
You do say this seems to be happening remarkably quickly for the royal family, maybe as early as tomorrow. They also really need to show unity, don't they?
Yes, and that's difficult. I mean, you've just heard James talking about, you know, all these different allegations and the rumour and the gossip that's going on at the moment. And, you know, I spoke to Tom Bradby at the weekend. The only real facts we have on the whole family relations, you know, is from the horse's mouth, if you like, from Harry when he spoke to Tom on that Africa tour. Now, I was with him as we were going through that tour, noticing how things were getting more tense and how that documentary was sort of, you know, scratching below the surface. And you didn't have to scratch very far to see that things weren't going very well at all. So there's a lot of gossip going around at the moment here about how they're getting on. I'll say this about the royal family: when they need to pull together, when they've got an emergency situation such as this, and people have said, is it a crisis? Look what's going on in Iran, or look what's going on elsewhere in Australia. But you know they've got to get a grip on this. You can see the interest in this story, and they know that they really do want to move forward.
We will be watching. Thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.